Hello and welcome to the 159th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined by our other host, Jordan.
That's me, baby.
Jordan,
So,
we put this show on a plethora of platforms.
like the little over there.
Little alliteration going.
Yeah.
What are those dang old platforms?
So, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS feed, all linked below. There's also YouTube with a video platform. Spotify also supports that video platform, so you can see us and not just hear us. And then there's also Instagram and TikTok where we post shorts. I just started posting them again, so check it out there. Hopefully we'll have a good one for this week's episode, too. You may have seen it, and that may be what led you here. Who knows? And you can contact us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, your questions, concerns, most importantly, your death threats and Little Kitty Big City news. Merch, cats, P.O. Box cats, perhaps. We don't have a P.O. Box. I don't. You have a P.O. Box for us?
I have one in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where I send all my secret clandestine shipments to.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Send it. Yeah, well, I'll put that in the description.
It's P.O. Box 696969 in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
All right, yeah. Send all your Little Kitty Big City stuff there. So, and if you can't tell, I'm sick as a fucker.
Yeah, Jordan's a fragile boy. He's always.
What's crazy is I'm really not. Like,
I feel like you're sick 300 days out of the year.
It's weird because it never was like this, man. And I met this fucking guy. You're just sucking all the immunity, man.
Maybe I'm an immunity vampire.
Yeah, fucking immunity leech.
I get sick like once every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I used to never get sick, and then like I've said this a million times, but not to sound like a fucking conspiracy theorist, but I used to never get sick, and then we were masked for a year, and my immune system was like, "Oh, I guess I'm not needed," and it fucking took a vacation, and it hasn't come back. So I don't know. I built up immunity as a kid, like fucking eating dirt and shit in the woods. And apparently that side of me just disappeared.
Well, here's the thing, Jordan. I think maybe you need to get back to that. Start eating dirt,
some dirt in the woods.
Shit in the woods.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I got to do. Yeah. Do like a 3-month stint and just fucking go live in the woods, like eating dirt and feces.
And bugs.
And yeah.
And mushrooms.
But Chris, we have a negative announcement to make, okay? Typical fashion. We have a negative thing, so instead of pretending to be happy, let's talk about how miserable we are.
Up top, I got to talk about something.
Yeah, hit us with it.
Up top, top of the show.
Not in the DL. Up top, right?
Not face. On the bottom of the show. Top of the show.
Top of the show.
Right top of the show. Kevin James' project is delayed but I have good reason for it.
Very good reason. This isn't just us fucking around.
I have good reason for it. Something has come up, and I need to speed run a Security Plus certification.
Yeah.
So I'm currently doing that.
Yeah, it's 2-week course that you're speed running.
Well, it's
longer than 2 weeks.
It's not like a course. It's I'm reviewing material
and then taking a test.
It's going to take a long time.
Yeah,
it's going to take. I'm probably going to be nearing completion by the at least of reviewing the material by the end by the middle or end of next week. So.
Yeah. So I may see what I can do. Chris sent me kind of a doc of the script. I may try to go on with it, or at the end of the day, it's kind of Chris's baby, so to speak, the way it's come out. So I don't necessarily want to like rewrite this last part, because this last part's like the most important part for that part of the video. So we'll see. I'm probably just gonna review what Chris sent me and maybe do something. Maybe we'll just agree to just postpone it entirely. But either way, obviously it didn't make it out for September.
So if it's if it comes out, you know that I've probably received my Security Plus certification.
Yeah.
Which means that I think if we do a movie roundup this month, it might be shorter or less scripted. Yeah. I'm not sure.
More than likely, yeah, because there's definitely a delay on it. Plus, I'm gone for fucking like 6 days in a row this month.
But we want to do something fall-related for probably next time round.
Yeah. So, sorry, is it delayed? This isn't one of our fuck-ups, though, like in the past where it's like, oh, we went to Monterey and we made this awesome project, and then we just sat on it for 9 months, and like I didn't help Chris. Chris didn't have time to work on it because he was in school, and I was just kind of sitting there like, well, we'll get to it when we get to it. Now it's like, no, this is like real life stuff that is happening. So
something has come up. So
yeah, but it's still coming. It is still coming.
You got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Priorities, am I right? They suck.
I'm like the one stock image of Kevin James. where he's just like a silly little guy.
Silly fella. Yeah. So, shit happens. It what it is.
Yeah, I guess so.
Aside from that, Chris, what, besides Security Plus, have you been up to?
You know what? I don't think I got a chance to talk about it last time round. Because when we last spoke, I wasn't able to play the game. Payday 3.
Yes.
I've been playing that a little bit. So it's been rocky.
That's
so
what I've heard.
The first night you couldn't play the game at all. Second night you couldn't play the game at all. You could play it a little bit here and there. They kind of got matchmaking going, but it wasn't perfect. And by wasn't perfect, I mean you could play maybe one heist or two heists before, you would disconnect, get a matchmaking error, and then you had to all rejoin the party and then redo matchmaking. And then even then, sometimes you would get an error. So it wasn't very playable, but I did get some time in there. And now, recently, they've fixed the servers. I guess they've done something with the servers as a temporary measure to try to, I guess, increase availability. And I hope sincerely that whoever their server provider was, they sue the shit out of them.
Yeah. Because
the reputation and rating of the game has fucking tanked because of this. And it's not even Starbreeze's or Overkill's fault. It's really just the fault of, fucking whoever provided these servers.
Yeah.
So I hope they sue those guys, honestly, because at the end of the day, it's their money that they're losing out because...
And lots of it.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, I've already noticed with that game, up until release, there was like a lot of hype around it, like, holy shit, Payday 3. And then they're caught up in a shitstorm between just October being a crazy month for games in general. So, like, they had their shot to, like, get on the mainstream and fucking sell, and it seems like they did for, like, a day. And then all that shit happened. Now it's mostly negative on Steam, and I haven't heard dick about it, and everything else has just overwritten it, like Starfield, like Spider-Man coming out in a few weeks. And just a bunch of other shit. Like Assassin's Creed came out yesterday. So like it's not gonna be good.
Although, I will say, now that the game is, you can get in and play it, the game is fucking fantastic.
It is, yeah.
It's very good. It's very it's very Payday,
On a general level, without getting like too nitty-gritty, what does it do different than Payday 2? What makes it a worthwhile purchase instead of just continuing to play Payday 2?
Stealth is actually like
feasible.
Well, it's perfectly feasible in Payday 2. It's just way better in Payday 3. You don't have a detection rating anymore, so you don't have to worry about bringing stealth gear and no armor and things like that.
To be light and shit.
Yeah, so that you're not detected. I'm gonna fucking gouge my own throat out with a knife. So basically, if your stealth heist goes wrong, you have your full loadout there ready to go.
Not at a disadvantage in a firefight.
Exactly. And stealth is actually like a decent portion of the game now, whereas it used to be kind of an alternative way to do the heist, and it was kind of a pain in the fucking ass. And now, stealth is very much you start off, you can do way more stuff in casing mode. Like, you can complete a good portion of the heist in casing mode. So you don't even have to have your mask or gun out. You just had to sneak around. You got to slink a little bit.
Seems like right up my alley, dude.
Yeah, you got to get a little.
They had it in Jordan mode.
Yeah, so I get in. You go into like the first heist you play, or the first heist that is there is the bank heist. It was the same one you could play on the beta, where you walk in. You can walk into the bank and scope the area out. And you can go around back, and it's a private area, and they will, if the guards see you in the private area, they'll escort you out. And then if you go on the roof, that's a secure a secure area. And if they see you there, they arrest you. The only way to get out of being arrested is to eliminate the impending threat.
Yeah.
So, obviously, to kill things, you have to have your mask on, but you can do a ton of stuff with no mask on.
Yeah.
So the stealth is way better, and the enemies seem way more of a threat in this one rather than in Payday 2. They were just kind of there. Like, you could crank the difficulty on that game and optimize your build in such a way that you're invincible and you can just mow through waves and waves of cops.
Yeah.
And now it's, you can get overwhelmed pretty easily. Like, bulldozers in Payday 2 are more of a nuisance than, like, a threat. In Payday 3, they are a fucking force to be reckoned with.
What are the bulldozers? Not literal bulldozers, right?
No, they're like the heavies. So
kind of like juggernauts, yeah.
Yeah, the guy will show up with, like, a machine gun, like a light machine gun or something. And he's got a ton of armor. And he does so much damage. So much damage. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you gotta like really be on it with these guys.
Right.
And just douse him in grenades, throw shotgun shells at his head. It's a very fun game.
Yeah. That's good. No, that's cool. That's definitely, genuine improvements there, right? A whole another facet to the game.
And because it's early days Payday 2 was pretty, like, small as well. But as we get more optimizations for, skills, and as we get more heists and more weapons, and everyone kind of figures out the systems of the game and how to work with them, I think that people will be able to... I think that'll be a Payday 2 type game very soon in terms of content, because there's a ton of shit in Payday 2, but they continuously added shit for like 10 years. So
yeah, that made sense. So it built up that reputation, didn't just start with it. So,
exactly.
Yeah, hopefully they can kind of continue with it. And at the end of the day, Chris, it can't be any worse than their last game, Overkill's The Walking Dead.
Oh, that thing? No, it probably can't be.
Yeah, it can't be. So,
like, even sitting on matchmaking errors probably was a better experience.
For the most part, yeah. Yeah. So, that's good, though. So, yeah, they definitely seem like they made some good, valid quality of life improvements. And I believe it launched on console, no? Like, day one? Because I know Payday 2 came to console eventually. But it was also like a bare-bones version, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I think actually when the PC version came out, the Xbox and PlayStation versions, Xbox 360 and PS3 versions, launched at the same time. But I think they were like stripped down versions of the game on PC. And the game on PC never really got, the game on console never really got updates. Mm-hmm. So it never got the new heists, it never got the new weapons. It was all just kind of a very limited game.
Yeah, it was like a mobile port. It was a version
essentially,
of it.
yeah. And then with next gen, which is now last gen, they had Payday 2 Crime Wave Edition, which was basically bringing it up to snuff with the PC version of the time that the Crime Wave Edition was released, which was like a ton of the DLC and things like that. And then that kind of sat in limbo for a while and wasn't really made very well. And then they had to update it, and then they put out a giant update for the game. And apparently it got better, but I don't think they ever pushed the rest of the DLC to the Crime Wave Edition.
It wasn't 1-to-1, yeah.
So it was kind of like a more severe version of the like PC Minecraft versus like Xbox Minecraft, where Xbox Minecraft was like, a few versions behind, and then eventually would get the stuff PC had, whereas this was a launch edition of the game for 7 years. Yeah. Or maybe not that long, but like 5 years, and then came out.
Again.
Again with all the updates.
Yeah. And then never got updated much after that for a long time.
No, I don't think it did.
Yeah. So hopefully they can be more one-to-one, more supportive of the console ports.
Yeah.
So, aside from Payday 3, anything else?
Played a little bit of Starfield. I've been playing that on and off here and there. I've just been conceptualizing. I've been thinking. I've been hearing a whole lot about Cyberpunk and seeing a lot of Cyberpunk clips. And I'm just excited to play that game again.
It's funny because that's what I was going to bring up.
Because that's next on my radar. I'm going to finish up Starfield and I'm going to play Cyberpunk after this. Because Starfield, since it's a new game, I'm kind of on an exploratory mission. I'm trying to feel out the vibe of the game and how I can... Because when I get into like an RPG like this, where it's your custom character and this and that, and last time I did this with Fallout, I made my own little lore and story, and I just had a fucking whale of a time. It was a great time. Now, I want to do that with other games, but I gotta know what to expect first.
Yeah, otherwise you can't make lore around it.
Exactly. So I'm thinking about what I gotta workshop a little bit for Cyberpunk, what I want my lore to be. I kind of have some idea, but I'm not sure yet. And for Starfield, I'm just kind of feeling it out so that in future I can make sort of my own story out of it. So that's something that I'm thinking about with that game. And then I think on my radar might be, because I did an unfathomably evil playthrough of Fallout 4, I might do one of Skyrim, but I'm not sure. I have to workshop that one a bit too.
Right. That makes sense, though. That'd be a good continuation of
that. But that's far down the line. Next up is Cyberpunk. I know that.
Yeah. So that's what I played, or been playing, is Cyberpunk. Played through the entirety of the main storyline. Now, I will recommend something to you, Chris. I don't know this for a fact, but I can say fairly confidently from my playthrough that you shouldn't play the main game and then buy the DLC. You should buy the DLC first and then replay the game.
Yeah.
Because it seems like it's actually supposed to add shit to the main game that I missed. Because what I did is I played through the whole main game, got the usual ending that, you always get, whatever, like that sort of storyline.
Yeah.
And I beat it, and then as you know, after you beat it, it resets you to that final mission right before you accept it. And then I bought the DLC and rebooted the game. And it seems like, I haven't beat the DLC yet, but it seems like CD Projekt Red went, man, our ending fucking sucked. Let's erase it. Because as soon as you start the DLC, there's a whole new set of endings. Entirely different.
Really?
Much better than the original ending. So, yeah. It seems like they specifically made the expansion to overwrite the last act of the game. So, I don't know if it changes stuff in the main game. I played the 2.0 update with all the new steel tree and all the new shit. And it was fantastic. The game runs better. There's still some glitches, as with most big RPGs. But it runs way better. Plays way better. It was just a much more enjoyable experience overall. And, it made me really actually appreciate the main story a lot more than I did when I played it fucking 3 years ago. And it's pretty good. And the expansion is fucking crazy, dude. It's like they straight up wanted to make this like a high octane, like action fucking Michael Bay movie. Like that's basically what the expansion is.
That's pretty cool.
It's very good. It's cool. And I think you talked about playing as female V last time versus male V. Male V's okay. He's alright.
Simply because I really didn't like the voice acting for.
I think it may hit a little different now that it's not as shitty of a game, because I felt the same way on my first playthrough. Was like this voice acting wasn't hitting right, but I feel like looking back, that was because I was annoyed that the game was a piece of shit, and then his voice on top of it annoyed me. But now, being able to enjoy the game and hear the voice acting, I'm like, okay, this kind of fits. Like it kind of fits. I don't know how the female V really flows, but I'm like, this kind of fits. Like his voice acting actually does good enough. It's no fucking Arthur Morgan, but
right.
It's definitely not Eivor. It's no fucking Eivor. So I highly recommend you play it though. The Cyberpunk is a new fucking animal now. It is so goddamn good, so fun. It's actually one of my favorite. I'd say it's one of my favorite RPGs now. I had 19 hours when I started playing it, starting over. I'm at 56 hours right now. So, and that's between beating the main story and getting a couple hours into the DLC.
I'm also very glad to hear that they they updated the game so that when you get into the actual game, you don't get 386 phone calls.
So I will say, you don't get 386 phone calls, but you still do get a lot of jobs. I realize a lot of gigs pop up and shit, but that's a lot more preferable to, hey V, hey V, hey V. You don't get any of that like at all anymore. The phone calls going crazy, and you get the ability to deny a lot of phone calls. So like you know how Delamain would be like, there's a cab in your area. You can just fucking bitch him off and deny him. Like, no, I don't care.
I did that quest because of how irritating those phone calls
Exactly,
were.
yeah. Like, yeah, you shouldn't have to do that anymore if you don't want to. But
it was like an okay at best quest, if I remember right.
Yeah. So, yeah, the whole phone call thing is a lot better. Overall, yeah, it's just so much better. Like, the quality of life, it's a different game. I will say it's still, like, comparative to other games that it kind of gives you the vibe of. There's still a lot of shortcomings just in the way it's built, but that's because you have to take it for what it is. It's a CD Projekt Red RPG, right? Like think about this. This is the big thing that sticks out to me. The way cars are in Cyberpunk, comparative to that of like Grand Theft Auto, is the same way horses are in Red Dead 2, comparative to that of The Witcher 3. Cars are there in Cyberpunk to just be a mode of transport, and that's it, just like roaches in The Witcher. But in Red Dead 2, your horse is your bonding mate, is your best friend. In GTA, you customize your car, you mod it, you make it faster, you make it lighter, you do all this crazy shit to make the car better and way cooler. Cyberpunk, it ain't like that.
Red Dead 2 ruined or changed my perspective of horses in video games.
It changed my perspective of horses in general. I like horses now. I don't know why.
Did you hate them before?
I had no...
Fuck this stupid thing.
He was just a big dumb animal. Now I'm like, that guy's kind of cool. I want to go up to every horse and be like, there, boy.
See, because I always thought, okay, well, in games like Skyrim or The Witcher or whatever, you get a horse, you're on the fucking horse, you can go from point A to point B a little faster.
And then you hop off.
And then this fucking thing, this dumb idiot fucks off for a little while, and you just summon it back, and now it's there. And I guess it was kind of the same way in Red Dead 1.
Yeah.
And Red Dead 2 was like, oh, this is a beast I have to take care of. And I got to know where it is, because it's always around somewhere.
And it will serve you better when you take care of it, too.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't feed it, it is going to have less stamina. It's going to buck you off more. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, having that ability, or not having that ability to just summon your horse when you need one, is it makes you treat this animal with more care, because you got to know where the fuck it is at all times.
So
you got to keep it out of the line of fire, because you can't just spawn a new one.
Yeah.
Now you've bonded with that horse the whole game, and now it's just for it to be shot.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So,
yeah, for sure. So that's how I look at it. So like, there's definitely shortcomings in like, I feel like in the open world in Cyberpunk, there's some like neat stuff, but like in something like GTA, I'm a little more inclined to fuck around in the open world.
yeah.
But with Cyberpunk, I just find it where I pretty much like, I complete a quest, I might like walk around a little bit, look at the city, and go like, oh, well, that's a pretty cool art style. And then I'll immediately go to my journal and find the next quest and be like, all right, let's go. Quest, go. Like, I'm not going to fucking clothing stores and dressing V up. And some people like that. They like the customization. But I don't feel that impulse with this game. It's still a fantastic game. But like I said, whereas something like Red Dead, where I'll fucking ride into Valentine, hitch the horse, walk to the saloon, grab a drink just for the hell of it, start a bar fight, then walk out, go to the fucking inn, take a nap. I don't do that in Cyberpunk. I just show up and do
shit out of the guy with the raccoon hat.
Dude,
I can steal it.
My favorite thing ever was when that game first came out, and I beat his ass, took his hat. Then I came back in a couple days later. He's there with no hat. I went outside, put the hat on, and came in. And he goes, "You motherfucker!" and charges you, and then you finish him off. Like,
yeah. So something similar happened where I had the hat on. I was in the saloon. I had forgotten about it, and then I walked across the street to the inn, and I went upstairs, and I hear something. What is this? There was
this ruckus?
What's this commotion going on? And then the fucking guy sprints up the stairs of the inn and starts beating the shit out of me. And I had to shoot and kill him in the middle of an inn. Like, hey, dude, I'm sorry about this.
Yeah.
This guy attacked me. I'm sorry about the bullet holes in your fucking house.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Like, see, shit like that, it just doesn't happen. Like, in Cyberpunk. The side quests definitely give you a better sense of, like, that kind of vibe.
Right.
Like, there's a whole side quest in the expansion, but I won't go into, like, detail on. But, like, where you just, like, stumble across these two people, and then you do drugs with them, and they take you on, like, a fucking drug trip to tell you a story. And then that story leads you to some actions where you can make a decision, and then your decision can either make these characters' lives better, or it can essentially kill them. I killed them by accident, and you can then find their body for like the rest of the expansion hanging from a rope by their ankles with their head chopped off, just in the open world. So like there's shit like that happens, but like it's not quite the Red Dead level. It's not even really close. But
right.
So I feel less inclined to like explore this world and understand it, but it's still like I'm telling you, man, Cyberpunk is a new fucking beast. It's good. It's very good.
I'm
highly recommend.
I'm excited to be able to play the game in a frame rate
with a frame or two, perhaps 60.
Because that game last I played it ran. It was one frame every now and then.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how Starfield runs, but it's like, which is irritating, but they're kind of improving upon it, I guess. Yeah. And it wasn't nearly as bad or choppy as fucking Cyberpunk was at launch.
Yeah, I got to try out Cyberpunk today because I haven't played it in a couple of days, and they updated it yesterday to improve performance in the new area, Dogtown. Because on the Steam Deck, I played the whole thing on the Steam Deck, and then I did some cross-save. And on PC, it was fine. But in Dogtown specifically, the Steam Deck couldn't handle it. Mm-hmm. And that's like a known issue, so apparently they're kind of addressing it. So
the Steam Deck started Steam Decking. Started chugging.
So, yeah, Cyberpunk, definitely recommend. And I'm playing Assassin's Creed Mirage right now. Just started it yesterday.
Yeah, that video game, I heard you talk about it like a year ago. And then I started seeing ads for it on TikTok. I'm like, oh, they announced it? And I found out yesterday that it was, no, they weren't announcing it. It's out.
Yeah. Yeah, it came out yesterday. So far, everyone seems to be pretty positive on it in terms of return to root. But when I pulled up to your house, I was listening to a podcast. I was like 10 minutes in. They're talking about it. And all four of the hosts went, yeah, that fucking ending. Like, they didn't spoil it. They just said, like, that fucking ending, why did they do that? So I'm like, huh. I guess I'm in for a fucking ride.
Your assassin becomes a Twitch streamer.
Fucking e-streamer.
He streams with Kratos after God of War Ragnarok.
What's good, though, is this isn't like Valhalla. This is a much smaller map, like probably a fifth of the size of Valhalla. It's much shorter. Like, you can beat the game in like 19 hours as opposed to 80. Like, my Valhalla save with basically 100%ing it is 114 hours.
Now, Valhalla, I found that game, if I remember right, was horrifically unstable. Like, it would crash frequently.
It was for you a lot. Mine was okay.
And also, that game could probably... I played 20 hours, 22 hours, and it's just like, you pick an area, you do a thing. You pick an area, you do the same thing. You pick an area, you do the same thing. And you do that like 8 times. Yeah, it's fucking boring. It's not an exciting game after you do that cycle 4 or 5 times.
So after I had beaten The Witcher 3 for the first time. That's around the time that Valhalla came out, because I remember Valhalla got announced. They said it was going to be a competitor to The Witcher. I was like, well, I guess I got to play this now. So I replayed The Witcher and I beat it. And then I had this like itch, this weird like itch for just like a slutty RPG. That's really what I wanted, was like a slutty RPG.
That's a way to describe it.
And that's what Valhalla was to me. It was 100 hours of just slutty, like, roll up to a village, Vikings slay everyone in the village.
It was a whore of an RPG.
I can't tell you anything that happened in any of the 100% thing I did in regards to side quests or any main big story beats. Like, anything in between the big, like, this is how it ends, this was the bad guy in the beginning, this person died. Like, anything besides that, I don't know what was in between. Like, I can tell you that the game starts with you getting attacked by a wolf, and then you're a Viking. I don't remember how you get there. I know you, like, follow your brother, and then, like, he gets hurt. I think he loses an arm, and then you take over. And then you, like, save him. And then he hates you. And then I think he gets, like, possessed or some shit. Like, I don't remember. I really don't.
I see.
So, yeah, it wasn't, like, a good 114 hours. It was a slutty 114 hours, dude. It was like buying a cheap prostitute. You know?
I guess it is kind of similar to that. I guess it's like I feel like that's the experience you get with every Ubisoft game, though. It's like
definitely a lot of them.
They don't call it Ubi hard, right? The games do not go hard; they go soft.
Yeah,
they are not. I don't want to say they're not good because they're fine games.
They're serviceable games.
They're perfectly serviceable games. It's like. Would you rather have... It's the we have food at home games.
Yeah.
Like, we have games at home, and that's Ubisoft games. But I want to go out and play fucking Cyberpunk. Nope, we have games at home. And it's fucking...
Valhalla.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla or Far Cry 5. Not that Far Cry 5's a bad time. Far Cry 5 is a fucking great time. But it's not... a fucking 10 out of 10,
No, not at all.
It is a silly game. I do like that Far Cry, for at least a little bit, stopped taking itself seriously and then took itself a little more seriously with 6.
Yeah.
Which I still haven't finished, but...
Yeah. Yeah, it's, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like the best way I can describe it is just like a slutty RPG. That's all I got. Like,
yeah.
If you just think of, like, you want a game, basically, all the boomers who have the casino games where they're like...
where they're on the screen, they put in like $1 and they're like this.
Yeah, and there's all these fucking it's just serotonin or whatever. Like, that's what Valhalla was. It was like you're fucking
this satisfies a primal urge more.
You roll
so
up,
than this,
you like slaughter a town, and then you hit E and you open a chest and it's like you got new gear, and then you go to the menu and you click the gear and you go cool.
Yeah, it's more of a game that scratches an itch rather than anything else.
Yeah, but that's literally it. Versus something like Cyberpunk that, like, I don't particularly go, I want to play a game with the gameplay of Cyberpunk. I go, like, I want to be in this world, this story, like, kind of experience that over again. And the gameplay is just, it's there, it supports it along. Or like The Witcher, like, I don't particularly go to The Witcher because the sword fighting is great. I go there because Geralt's a fucking badass, and that universe is sick, and I love the dialogue and the way I can make choices and alter events. Like, that's what I go to The Witcher for.
Like, same thing with, like, honestly, with Red Dead is like, yeah, you're just going to show up to a place and you're going to shoot 25 dudes.
And if you're on controller, it's going to lock on for you.
Yeah, and you don't even have to aim the gun if you're on controller. So you're going to shoot 25 dudes and then it's going to be over.
And Rockstar knows that.
And they know that that's not what people are coming to the game for. It's all the stuff in between that.
Yeah. Like, I think the gunplay in Red... A lot of people say the gunplay in Red Dead 2 and Red Dead in general is, like, just downright bad. I think that's totally wrong.
I don't think that's bad.
I think for what it is, it's the best of what it can be. If they were trying to make a fucking competitive shooter, yeah, it's awful. It's awful. Yeah. But if they're trying to make a game that you can get your shit rocked, but on the other hand, you can also roll up like a fucking gangster with a bunch of gang members and just wipe a town out, it fits. Because you can get your shit rocked in that game. One guy with a shotgun close range will kill you one hit. But at the same time, you can also wipe out an entire town with 2 gang members. Like, it's not inherently realistic, but it's also not unrealistic. It's trying to teeter that line to give you the, like, yeah, we just fucking wiped this town out, to get to the next story beat, to experience literally the masterpiece of gaming.
Yeah.
That's why.
And I think, like, the 2 recent God of War games kind of, like, blend that all together, where it's like, the story's really good, and the combat is also very good.
Especially in Ragnarok.
In Ragnarok, it's a lot better.
2018, it's
good. Ragnarok, it's way better.
You know that trend that goes around where they show different things, and it's those 5 different clips, and the guy's like, it's alright. And then there's other guy who goes, whoa, right? That's 2018 to Ragnarok. It's like, it's alright. And then it's like, damn, this shit goes hard because you get so many more tools.
And then you move, to the, because that's kind of over here on the spectrum, and then over here on the spectrum is like something like Doom, where it's like, the story,
not much of it.
Who really cares? the combat. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is the game to play.
Yep.
So.
But yeah, Chris, I think we're ready for the bid segment. So I'm gonna intro it. Sound good?
All right. Let me play you out. Let me play you in. Pickle
boy. So last time we drank some pickle beers.
Yes.
And they were pretty yucky.
They were fucking gross.
They were pretty bad. So we had 2 extras. We had a 4-pack I bought. Chris and I obviously had one. Not even had a whole one, but a couple sips of one each.
Yeah, and then my sink drank the rest of it.
And then the sink drank the rest of it. So then we had 2 to do something with. I took them home and I was like, let me see if anyone else wants to try them. So I gave one to our boss, and then I gave one to Alex, and they both tried one. And Alex, friend of the show, didn't like it. Said it was gross. Like it was whatever. His dad liked it.
I didn't think he would like it.
But his dad liked it a lot, apparently. That's what he had said. So.
Well, I remember he said that it tasted like Heineken, and I know he says his dad drinks Heineken, so
it made sense. So then our boss texted me last night, and he was talking about the pickle beer. And I really appreciate the way he did this, by the way. He did it as a voice message, not like an audio recording, but like a hit it so it does voice to speech to text or whatever. And I got his reaction. Like, it's so fucking funny. He sends me a photo of it in a mug, and he hits record, and it says, not great. Probably won't drink the whole thing. Yep, pretty bad. This is my live text review. Mouthfeel is almost slimy. Looks like someone's piss after a long night drinking. Happy it is a limited release because people should not have to suffer drinking a cold beverage after a long day of work. 0.5 out of 5. And then he said I was going to add Chris, but he doesn't like group chat, so share this with him. I said I'd read it out here. He said that's probably a better idea. I'm sure it will be better than this beer that I am still drinking for some reason, and it's not getting any better. It's the same bad taste throughout. Now down the drain it goes. That was his live reaction to this beer, and he's a big IPA beer guy.
A big beer guy. So.
He's the one who recommended that segment entirely, for us to review IPAs and stuff. And every time we go out drinking as a group, I look to him and go like, "What do you recommend?" Usually, so
yeah. And like I said, I've been coming around on beer. I've been drinking every night, every 2 nights, a couple of times, because obviously, I haven't been drinking heavy because of doing Security Plus stuff. It gets in the way. On the weekends, at night, I think I take the night off on the weekends. In the day, I'll work, and obviously I'm not doing it now, but after this, I will be working on it.
Yeah.
But so I'll have a Miller High Life. I had a pack of Miller High Life, so I'll just grab one of those, and it's fine to have with dinner.
Yeah. So, last time we had those pickle beers, we thought they were gross. We gave them shitty reviews, talked a bunch of shit about them, but we did say one thing. We made a little promise at the end, and unlike the Kevin James thing, which life got in the way, we're able to deliver on this promise exactly how we said we would at the time that we said we would. So at the end of that episode, or towards the end, I said, I promise that we will try the pickles. So they were Grillo's pickle beer. The company that partnered with Lord Hobo was named Grillo's. They obviously made pickles, hence the pickle beer. So we promised we would try the pickles. And this was a bit of a fucking endeavor, by the way.
This was a fucking hassle, okay? Yes. Let me explain.
Chris did most of the legwork. So
it was kind of a relay race here. So we found kind of where they were at, right?
Target, Whole Foods.
It was Target, Walmart, Whole Foods, a bunch of different retailers. So I'm like, all right, I'll do some reconnaissance.
As will I. It was just, who can get it first?
I'll do some reconnaissance. So I went to, in my town, I went to Target, and I looked. The pickle selection left a lot to be desired.
Happens.
There was the Vlasics, the standard issue pickle with the dumbass bird on it, and then there was Target brand, and that was it. I went to fucking Walmart. Again, same thing. Pickle selection left a lot to be desired. Couldn't find them. I found a little section with some more smaller brand pickles, but they didn't have them. I even went to another store that there wasn't on the list just to see what the hell, not there. So I'm like, Jordan, bad news.
Couldn't find them.
We can't find these fucking pickles.
So we check Amazon.
And yeah, Jordan looks on Amazon. He says, "Oh, it says here they have them at Whole Foods. Where the fuck is there a Whole Foods?" Turns out,
2 towns over.
yeah, we had to hand off the baton
Yeah.
to a buddy of ours who lives in that city, and because there's a Whole Foods there, and I said, "Listen," I messaged him Thursday. I don't want to put his business out there. I was saying my goodbyes to Alex because he doesn't work with us anymore.
Yeah.
But and then I was like, "Oh shit, the pickles," and I had to message him like, "Listen, I had a fucking huge favor to ask. It's possible?
16 minutes from your house. Hear me out.
Is it possible that you could go to this Whole Foods and look for these pickles for
This
me?
specific brand.
This specific brand of pickles." And
he
his response was just, "Bruh."
Yeah. And he over-delivered.
And he delivered perfectly because he had some meeting to go to after work that day, and I was on top of getting out of work late for a meeting, so he had something to do after work. And I was like, he mentioned that, and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, it's not a big deal if you don't get them." But he's like, "No, I gotta go to the grocery store anyway. It's just like if I get out of this thing at like 10, then obviously I'm not gonna go."
Yeah.
I'm like, "All right, no big deal.
Fair. That's fair.
Get there if you get there." 8:30, 8:45 rolls around. He texts me, "Pickles are secured." I was like, "Oh shit, buddy."
Yeah.
And then I get another message. 10 minutes later, it says, "There's been a mishap." I probably read it out actually.
Oh no.
I forgot that I had my phone even on me. So I paid him for the pickles, and I give him extra money for going out of his way.
I was going to ask if you did. If not, I was going to.
And he says, "And now we've had a slight Grillo mishap. They are mostly okay, but the Whole Foods paper bags suck." And I asked, "Have they been grilled?" But apparently the Whole Foods paper bag like exploded.
Yeah.
And some of the pickle juice got lost, but he managed to seal them in a freezer bag, and then put them in another bag after that.
Oh fuck! That's
which
funny.
I tied up. So I think we can do a pickle reveal.
Yeah. So this is going to be the pickle review and reveal. So let's get them.
All right, Jordan.
We're standing.
We're standing.
You can really see the height disparity now.
You can. Yeah, Jordan is 4'11". It's not true.
It's literally not. It's 4'9".
If he was 4'9", I'm what?
Like 7.
I'm like 5'3" or something.
Yeah, I forgot to scale down proportionally. Never mind.
So here's the pickles. You can see what happened. There was a bit of a mishap where they had to.
Don't ever.
This one got it pretty
Ooh,
bad.
You can smell them.
Yeah.
Ugh.
How's that for ASMR? So we have 3 flavors here.
We gotta start with classic first.
We have the Whole Dills Classic. We have chips, bread and butter, and we have chips ranch. These they're probably gonna be rank.
I have a feeling. I can smell something already. It's got to be these ones. I'd have to say.
Ranch pickles. I'm not so big on ranch anymore.
Really?
Ranch has been falling out of my favor lately. So we'll see. I do like pickles though.
I love pickles, so I think we have to start with the whole dill first. Just straight up the spears.
Let's see if there's any literature on here. There we go. I started Grillo's out of a pickle cart in Boston in 2008. The 100-year-old recipe was passed down from my grandfather. We still had to hand pack a few simple ingredients into each jar, giving you the crispiest, most delicious pickle possible. Thank you, Travis Grillo.
Okay, so there you go. Travis Grillo is the guy.
Broke. I thought it went all the way around.
I thought so too. Yeah, never mind. Just a pull tab.
Oh, Oh no!
Oh no, it juiced.
Oh,
It's juicing. Oh.
Oh, it fucking squirted
Your
on
phone
us.
for some B-roll.
Yeah. So we're pickling. This is we've had some juice on there.
Couple of juicy.
This is very full. This is like held on by surface tension.
Yeah, pretty much.
But these are the pickles. There's some the gardeners came. There's some
There's some fucking wheat in there.
I think that's just straight dill,
right? Yeah, it's just dill.
So these are the pickles. Oh, I got a little dill on my thumb.
Bro, Dylan.
It's looks like they threw the lawn clippings in there, but and I think that's the onions or onion chunks or garlic.
Little B-roll of the packaging.
Let's see.
Oh, careful turning that, dude.
Look at that.
Yo, look at the garlic.
Look, dude, there's fucking pickles. Grillo's pickles. Classic whole dills.
5 calories, too. Not bad.
Wow, 5 calories.
Actually 5 calories for half a pickle. They couldn't just do 1 serving size of the whole pickle.
And look, the little dude is on there.
Yeah.
The little character.
Oh. All right.
All right.
Are you ready to spear it up?
Here, I'll put this down so we can cut back to the wide.
Oh boy.
Oh man, that is a pickle.
That's a fucking pickle right there.
Oh, let's
You wanna touch tips perhaps?
yeah, let's listen.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna put this in my mouth now. All right.
Hell yeah, dude.
There you go. Pound it.
Dude, cheers. I don't know if the mic would have picked that one up, but that was a good noise.
I hope so. Here, it just drew a little. That's really good.
That's a pretty good pickle.
No, that's good. It's fire.
Now, if these 3 jars of pickles were $20, so if they weren't that expensive, I would get these more.
They were? Goddamn.
Yeah.
Not too flavorful in one direction or the other. Like some pickles are super vinegary. These are like perfectly balanced.
Yeah, no, some of these are ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
think Vlasic pickles where it's that green, briny, vinegary sort of
I mean, you
taste.
can even see it. It's kind of clear, the liquid that it's in.
And granted, those ones are dyed anyway, but
Yeah.
this, very, very much better.
Way better, yeah. I mean,
It's not like, you're not going to bite into it and go,
yeah, at all.
you're going to bite into it and go, oh, that's quite nice.
If you're a pickle connoisseur, it's worth the price.
I think so.
If you're just an average pickle enjoyer, then just go for the Vlasic. You're going to kind of have a miserable time. Your mouth's going to be dry after, but it's all right.
But these are like, and there's a good, I think they maintain a good level of crunch, whereas like the Vlasics, I don't feel
Hit
like.
or miss. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they're not mush, but they're not this level of crunch, you know?
Yeah, these are nice and crunchy, dude.
These are very good. I would buy these again. These are,
I would give these a solid 9 out of 10 on the pickle scale, dude.
yeah, these are, I'll give these 9 pickles out of 10.
Yeah, 9 pickles out of 10. That doesn't seem to secure very well, by the way. Oh, maybe it does. You should have used your entire body weight to fucking seal it. Cause...
Yeah, I'm going to use my entire 300-pound frame.
All right. You may want to grab some paper towels, I'm thinking. Because this next part's going to be a little messy.
Yeah, these ones were part of the mishap, you know?
Yeah.
There was a bit of a problem with these ones.
Let's, you think we can somewhat safely get that canister out of the package onto here
It's
without making
possible.
a horrible mess? Let's try it. All right, that's manageable. Should we pour?
Now we have a little boof bag here, so you can.
Ooh, smells pretty good. Actually, smells pretty good.
Ooh.
Should we pour it back in? You think?
Yeah, sure.
Fucking. How do you even? Oh, you know why the whole thing fucking cracked? Look.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Look at that. All right, yeah. Pour the juices back in. Well, there should be a hole in the bottom now. That would fucking suck.
Possible.
Oh, that's in there. All right.
So it looks like some.
There may be some microplastics in this one.
Hey, listen, it is what it is. But there's our pickles.
There you go. Don't you want that?
I think because they weren't in the brine, the fridge got to like some of these. So that one's pretty rank looking.
Yeah.
But these ones look fine.
All right, but yeah, let's do a little palate cleanse. Palate cleanse here. So we got bread and butter pickles.
These are bread and butter. You can kind of do a SpongeBob.
Oh, man. All right. Jello. Close up of the pickle.
It's a high quality looking pickle.
Smells good. It smells like a pickle. It smells like a sweet pickle. Naturally.
I'm not big on sweet pickles, so we'll have to see.
So cheers. Okay.
Here you go.
Still a little. Oh, I had a juice in my eye.
Patty cake.
Patty cake. Okay. Oh.
That was a noise. I'm not huge on sweet pickles, but these have a little. They got a little something. Kick. They got a little something to cut that sweetness. Maybe onion.
Onion or pepper. It's one of the two. Something's coming in with the Mike Tyson uppercut at the end. I don't know what it is.
No, I get that funk. It's oniony or it's garlicky. I'm not sure which. Because there is pepper. There is red pepper flake in there too, which also cuts the sweetness a little bit. But there's something funky.
So that's it right there. Is what we both just said: pepper and onion. That's the
onion. There we go.
Red bell pepper, yellow onion, and then it does have mustard seed, which makes sense, and then red pepper flakes. It's a little bit of both because I'm getting a lot more of the like peppery. I get like an oniony taste, but a peppery kick. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't get much kick out of it, but
yeah, it's good. Oh, you know what? It even says sweet on the side, so it is literally a sweet pickle. Makes sense.
But
these are good.
These are good.
I would eat these over just regular, like, shitty Vlasic or whatever sweet pickles that you get. Like, I hate those. The ones you would get at, like, school sometimes. Ugh.
Yeah, and same thing with the other ones is, like, this has a good crunch texture to it.
Full way through.
And,
where it should be soft, which is weird.
So...
Dude, it's ribbed for their pleasure.
These are pretty fucking good. I'm not even a big sweet pickle fan, and these are very good for sweet pickles.
This gets a solid... Being unbiased to the fact that I don't really like sweet pickles, this gets a solid 8 out of 10. If we're talking about my preference as a pickle, it's like a 6. I just don't care for sweet pickles.
Yeah, like I would pick up the standard issue ones before I would pick up these.
Yeah. But like on a sandwich, these would probably go hard.
On a sandwich, these would be good.
Yo, this would go hard with tuna fish. Tell me not. I don't know if you like tuna fish.
I don't like tuna fish.
I had a feeling you didn't. But
no.
Tuna, I love tuna. Do tuna with some mayonnaise. So,
but
what do you give it?
These are like probably a 7 on the 7 pickles out of 10.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I want to see this little dingus end. See? Ooh,
I was eating the dingus.
That's just like a rock, bro. Nice. Nice. All right, yeah. Yeah, I like these. We should probably put them back into their containment bag instead of on the table because they're still juicing all over
this
the
is what happened to the lid. There's a little bit of an incident.
Chris, the lid. I don't
know why I'm sealing it up because it's not going to fucking
seal. What went into our table, dude? Oh, wait, there's a pickle. Oh, you took that one out. That was the contaminated one.
This one just didn't look very good. It was very rubbery looking.
It's fucking condom, dude. All right. Can you have a whiff?
These smell fucking rank. These ones smell fucking bad.
What is that chip? They smell like a chip. Like a legit...
I don't know. It smells like fucking ranch.
Yeah, it smells very strongly like ranch, which I guess made sense. They're ranch, right? So...
I'm going to seal this back up.
Fucking the contaminator.
There's that juice.
Ooh. Should do a sip of it after. Ew.
This probably is better. Drinking just this is probably better than the pickle beer.
Oh, 100%. So do some, do a little B-roll of the ranch chips. Ranch pickle chips.
Like I said, these are a bit battle damaged, so. But we have a little ranch fella there.
Yo, he's actually kind of sick, I ain't even gonna lie. It's just this fucking pickle kicking back in a reclining chair. Just like, yo, whatever.
You can see the battle damage here. There's a hole in the bottom of the
Dude, there's a pickle peeking out of the hole, too.
There's a little pickle peeker.
Yo, that's what they used to call me in high school, bro.
Yeah, I know. You just kept peeking your pickle out. It was gross, dude.
Oh, shit. All right. All right.
Oh, these ones look anemic.
They do. They look dehydrated.
These ones don't look correct. And, you know, it may be an effect of the fact that, you know, they had some battle damage, so I don't know.
Yeah. But, that's just like us to, like, do a skit like this, like a taste test, and there's battle damage to the goods for some reason.
Dude, they smell fucking bad.
they smell strong. I don't think to me, they're not bad, but you said you don't really like ranch anymore. I don't mind it.
They smell pretty bad.
Just grab a picker. It's Strong Ranch. Fucking.
Oh,
My dingus fell
you
off.
fucking.
Dude, the sound that's making is so gross. Ready? Cheers. I can say this. It's the worst one yet.
These are not very good. They're not terrible, though. They're definitely at the bottom of the list.
Definitely at the bottom of the list. Not terrible. Again, probably good on a sandwich, like a chicken sandwich. I thought that could go with it.
On a chicken, like a chicken sandwich, maybe a spicy chicken sandwich might be pretty good.
Yeah. They're not sweet. They're not sweet like those. They're not sweet pickles. They're actually very bitter.
They're kind of like, they kind of got that same sort of vibe as the dill pickles, but it looks like they poured a bit of Hidden Valley ranch in there.
Right.
Bit of the ranch powder.
I'd say like if you're a fucking ranch connoisseur who also likes pickles, they're probably really good
For
for
a
you.
big ranch head,
Yeah.
these are pretty good.
I would give it like a 5. 5 pickles. Anything lower, I feel like might be unfair because it's like I just don't like it, but it's not bad.
Objectively, these are like, you know, maybe a 6 pickle out of 10.
Yeah.
For my taste, these are like a 4.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like objectively like a 5 for me, and then like subjectively,
But
yeah.
Those dills, those fucking smack. Those are good.
You wanna smack dills
Yeah,
again?
yo, hey, yo, pop a dill over here, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking hang on. Let me find the gooch hole. Yeah.
Yo, little brother, get a dill.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Give me a dill.
Hang on, I'm gonna hit bro. Yeah. Zoom in on this. Check this.
Punch
shit
in
out.
on this one.
Oh, that's succulent. I almost leaned in and took a bite out of the other end. I almost did. I was gonna do it. I was like, not gonna do it. We're
That
not
one's shaved.
We're not.
What happened on the other side of that
Razor
one?
burn, dude. Oh shit! I didn't even see that. Yeah, we're not that desperate for views yet. I don't think.
Not yet.
These are so good.
These ones are really fucking good. These ones are delicious. Oh no! I had a little pickle in my windpipe.
Apparently, you just haven't had as much experience as I have with pickles in your mouth. I will say though, this whole jar only gets you 6 pickles. That's crazy.
Which is kind of lame, considering these are pricey pickles. But these are really fucking good. These are delicious pickles.
These are absolutely best pickles I've ever had. Very good. I don't know what went wrong with the beer, dude.
Yeah, how did you go from this delicious
Succulent
concoction
pickle,
here to the pickle beer? What part of this went into the beer that made it so bad?
Probably the fucking ranch chips.
Yeah, they probably put this in there.
I kind of want to drink it.
Be my guest.
I'm gonna. All right. Now I'm desperate for views. I don't know how to safely drink this though.
I mean,
making a mess.
You ever drinking out of a bag before?
I can't say I have. All right. You get a fucking grip on it. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was better than the ranch chips, but also better than the beer. I don't know if you want to drink out of the other end. That's up to you. But
I'm not going to.
It was good.
I don't think I will partake in this one.
It was good. That was good, actually. I'm not even being like satirical. That was infinitely better than I thought.
Really?
Yeah. It tasted like drinking like a light pickle juice, pretty much. Like think of last year, I used to drink those jars by the fucking dozen, dude.
This is like the Bud Light of pickle juices.
Yeah. They should call it Grillo's Light,
It's
dude.
it's like a light pickle juice.
Like, I'm telling you, if they did put that just in the can, it wouldn't have been a good beer, but you would have been like, oh, it's alright.
This pickle.
Yeah. They should have just put that in the can.
I think, dude, we gotta polish off this jar, dude.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, I guess. If you're gonna make me, you know. I can't say no.
Like pickle, reach your pickle grabbers in there.
Holy shit. My pickle is covered in Dort, dude. It's a Dorty pickle. This is a thick boy. Fucking.
Launch some grass back at me. These are a fucking win. If you see them, buy them. If you like sweet pickles, buy these ones, the bread and butter. If you're a big ranch guy, I guess get these.
Don't get pickle beer, though.
Don't get the pickle beer. Pickle beer's bad. Pickle beer's not good.
Those pickles are mad. I ain't even got more to say. They're just good. They're just a objectively good product.
Yeah, this was a success. This one was a win.
It's about time something goes on. Right? About time.
Yeah, I think so.
So, yeah.
Well, this was the pickle report. Hey, those pickle boys, they never fail to entertain.
They never do. I'm really sorry if you had to watch those weirdos, though. They were fucking, like, the way they were slapping pickles.
They get a weird thing with pickles.
Dude, is it just me, or did they seem experienced at slapping pickles together?
They're pretty experienced with pickles.
It's weird. It was weird. Anyway.
Those pickle boys, you know.
Yeah, we may invite them back on at some point, but, like, honestly, a restraining order might be in store for them, so.
Probably, yeah.
But, anyway, if you enjoyed the pickle segment, let us know.
Yeah, if you want more pickles, if you got more pickles you want us to try.
Yeah, or other products.
Send us pickle tips. Send us pickle tip-offs.
Send us pictures of your pickles to, Please don't. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Now I have to configure the inbox to reject all images.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But, Chris, is that it?
I think that's our episode for today.
I think that's it. So, if you enjoyed that or you want to see other segments, let us know. But as always, you can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS feed, all linked below. There's also YouTube with a video platform where you would have seen us slapping our pickles together, as well as Spotify, which also supports video. And if you have other suggestions to make, you can send them to us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, death threats, most importantly, little kitty bid city shit, and, as I just said, suggestions for maybe other segments or other things to try. Open to pretty much anything that isn't going to cost all of our monies.
Yeah, so if you got an idea that's going to cost more than like
$4.
$6
Each.
$6 each.
Each. Okay, we each have $6.
So
yeah.
if you got something for us, let us know.
Chris, I got bad news. You said those pickles were $20 though. Sits is 12.
Yeah, I had to.
Did you refinance the house again?
I had to take out a mortgage.
God damn it, Chris! Not again. Just end the show. Get us off the air.
Hey, listen. We'll see you all next time.
2 weeks, by the way. Bi-weekly. I realized I fucked up the short and said Wednesdays still and didn't specify by Wednesdays.
By Wednesdays. But the next episode probably won't have Jordan putting a pickle in my mouth.
Or it might.
It just may.
So, see ya.